Daddy, these shoes don't fit my dress, and mommy won't buy me the pink mini shoes I showed her yesterday.
But these shoes fit you just fine, princess. Besides, you already have pink shoes. Why do you want another?
Well, there's this girl in school.
Okay.
She always looks so special whenever she wears these pink mini shoes on sport day. She said they give her the power to be taller than everyone else. She doesn't let anyone who doesn't have pink shoes play with her, even if they aren't minis.
You shouldn't let that bother you, princess.
But it does, Daddy. I want to feel special too.
Special. Hmm. Shoes. You know, there are old stories about shoes.
Stories about shoes.
And I happen to remember a good one today. If you are not in a hurry to go to your party.
No, Daddy, there's still time.
All right, my dear. It's a story about a young boy who loved shoes. His father was a popular collector, and people came from far and wide to sell items to him. One day, a salesman came to see the collector. He dressed smart and wore the coolest shoes the boy had ever seen back then. The man spoke with lots of excitement and seemed very passionate about selling his goods. The boy admired this about the man. A while later, the collector invites the salesman into his home to conclude on their bargain. Then, the boy had an idea. He would put on the man's shoes to see if he could feel as excited and passionate as the man. The boy walked and walked in his shoes and enjoyed every minute of it. He began to act like the man and almost think like the man. Just after the boy returned the shoes, the man came out disappointed. He had not made sales that day. few days later, the salesman returned to see the collector.
But why did he come back, Daddy?
He came back because he was a very determined man and wasn't going to give up. The boy admired his courage so much that he wanted to be like him. Besides, this gave him another opportunity to play with his shoes anyway.
Wow, that sounds like fun. See, Daddy, just like I want to wear those pink shoes, so I can be like her.
Well, that's how he felt at first. On returning the shoes, he noticed another pair and wondered who they belonged to. He hadn't seen anyone come in. He took a closer look.
What kind of shoes were they, Daddy?
Only the worst kind of shoes you can imagine. It was torn and scratched all around. The boy couldn't figure out the kind of person who would own the shoes.
Did he walk in them?
Oh, yes, he did. At first, he felt all sober, then confused. He just couldn't place a character around the shoes. He just had to see who owned such shoes. By the way, the salesman had better luck this time. He watched his father give some money to the stranger, who was full of gratitude. The boy admired the man's humility and was finally able to tie a character to the bad shoes. Later that day, something happened to the boy.
What happened, Daddy?
He had a terrible fall and damaged his shoes. he realized he might need a new pair. He talks to his father, even offers to contribute his meager savings just so he gets what he wants.
So what happened next?
The following week, the strange man with the terrible shoes came to see the collector. The boy was playing his football. He was so carried away. He didn't realize that his father and his guest with the bad shoes were coming out of the house. His ball hit the man who was searching for his shoes. The man rained insults on him. He thought the man to be nice and friendly because of his shoes. But that wasn't the case. The man ranted and raved. Oh, he shouted at the poor boy.
Wow, so mean. I don't like that man, Daddy.
Yeah, at that point, the boy didn't too. He felt like he had made the worst mistake that couldn't ever be forgiven. His father managed to calm the strange man, who still had not found his shoes.
Did he hide them?
Even better, the father pointed to a new pair of shoes and told the strange man that they belonged to him. The man was confused because he was certain he couldn't afford such shoes. At this point, the strange man realized that the boy's father must have gotten him the new pair and began to appreciate him. Then, something amazing happened. The collector redirects the praises of the man to his son, explaining to the man that it was the boy who bought the new pair for him.
He did? But why?
I can't really say why he chose to spend the little money he had saved on a gift for that strange man, even though he needed new shoes himself. But he understood the act of kindness, and it gave him great joy. You want to know what happened next?
Yes, Dad.
All right. When the man realized the boy had bought him new shoes, he was sober. He hugged the boy with a huge smile on his face, and the boy finally understood that it was never really about the shoes, but that a person is defined by who they really are on the inside. So, princess, the shoe you decide to wear does not define you.
I get it now. But how do you know about the story?
Now, how about you go finish getting ready for your party?
Okay, Daddy. Thank you.
That was a beautiful story, darling. But I would like to know, how do you know so much about this boy?
Have you forgotten that my father was a collector?